Hi everyone, hope you're well. Higgo van Biljon here, founder of FinMeUp, and today I'll be sharing with you one of the biggest stocks in my stock portfolio. So I am one of the mentors on the FinMeUp app, and I recently started a new series where I share all the holdings in my stock portfolio, and this is the first stock that I am revealing. It's been one of my favorite and best performing stocks over the past few years, and I continue to hold. So I'll be sharing with you what it is, why I like it and why I still hold it, and then the risks, and finally the conclusion. Before we get into that, if you haven't downloaded the FinMeUp app, really trust me, you'll get a lot of value. There's so much amazing content from industry experts, Sol Financial, Simon Brown, Keith McLaughlin, Frugal. The list goes on. Fred the Investor, and it just goes on. So there's so much value there. There's stock picks. Every day we post all the financial highlights you need to know, all the stock market news you need to know every single day, and then lots and lots of financial education and information like these stock picks. So trust me, you don't want not to have the app. The link is in the description to both the App Store and Google Play. So this first stock in my personal stock portfolio is Tesla. So just a quick background on my investing journey. So I started when I was in grade 7, when I asked my dad, how can I buy gold? And I want to buy gold because I want to put my money somewhere where it will be more in the future. And he told me investing in the stock market is better than gold, and he just showed me the brief introductions to it, but I fell in love with it immediately. So during my schooling years, I would hide my phone from the teachers and just read about investing and the stock market and companies in the news every single day. So in grade 9, this sounds crazy, but in grade 9, after showing my parents my returns, they entrusted me with their pension fund, and I managed it since then. I know it sounds crazy, but fortunately, their portfolio grew 650% in the first 5 years. It's still going well, but that's something different. So that was, all thanks to the stock market, and everything I've been able to do to date, including funding FinMeUp in the early days, was because of the stock market. So I love the stock market. There's obviously money to be made, but there's also mistakes that we made. For example, I invested in Steinhoff. So we win some, we lose some, we just need to win more than we lose. So part of those returns was, for example, investing in NVIDIA when it was around $9 split adjusted. So it's currently much higher, around $300. I need to just check the price. But anyway, some of those shares were NVIDIA, Amazon, Tesla, and a few others. But I've also made the mistakes. We need to learn from both our failures and successes. We just need to win more than we lose. And I've always had a preference for high growth stocks, and I'll explain in a different article on the FinMeUp app soon as well. So the first stock of my reveal is Tesla. Since I started writing on the FinMeUp app in February 2020, when Tesla was just around $92 a share, split adjusted, it has more than 10x'd. I wrote 4 buy stock picks on the FinMeUp platform for Tesla since then, and I've been bullish all the way. So I actually did take some profits recently when Tesla was around $1,100 a share. And I also posted the date when I sold those shares on Twitter. From now on forward, all the moves I make, I'll be posting on the FinMeUp app. So even after that, Tesla is still a large portion of my portfolio. So here are quite a few reasons. So here's 15 reasons why I still back Tesla and why I still hold it. Number 1, exponential scale taking place. Number 2, they have billions in sales with zero advertising, and that is the definition of an extremely strong brand. Tesla is one of the strongest brands in the world thanks to Elon Musk. Even kids today in primary school will tell you one day when they grow older, they will drive a Tesla. So the brand is super strong. Thirdly, the FSD, so the full self-driving, is becoming closer and closer to a reality. And this is obviously a massive development, and it took so many years because it is a complete revolution to what we know as cars. I mean, if you think about history, we started on foot, then on horses, then on caravans and all these different travel or transportation mechanisms to finally get to cars, and now maybe the self-driving is actually the next phase. And I definitely believe that self-driving will happen, and that's in my opinion. Why is that? Well, it's more convenient, it's much safer, because the car has eyes, all around the car, where us as humans, we only have two. So, it can see different angles at all times, where we can only see certain angles with our two eyes. So it can even help prevent traffic if done at mass scale, because the computers can work together to make sure there's less traffic and that everything works seamlessly. Tesla is the leader in this space. It is still far out from mass production. That is one thing to be noted. But Tesla is one of the most data collected. It has the most data collected in the entire vehicle space, which actually gives them a massive competitive advantage, because self-driving is all about artificial intelligence, and artificial intelligence is all about data gathered and collected. Another reason is Tesla insurance will also contribute to the future earnings of Tesla, and quite a lot, because obviously they can track the most data of Tesla cars, and as the Tesla cars grow on the roads, so does the insurance revenue, because Tesla will be able to offer really competitive insurance premiums. Tesla Energy. So according to Elon Musk, he said Tesla Energy could in a few years' time be even bigger than the automotive part of Tesla. We'll have to see if that takes place. But if you think about it, clean energy is this massive movement that is going nowhere. And obviously Tesla is also at the forefront of that. They have a lot of competition in that space. But once again, it all comes down to the brand and execution. Number 6, innovation. Tesla has constant innovation with top-of-the-class employees, which accelerates Tesla's movement and assists them to maintain a competitive advantage. And that constant innovation, always looking for new challenges to actually, solve problems. And when you solve a problem, that's where opportunity presents itself. The reason number 8 is Tesla bots and other roadmap ideas. Tesla is not just a car company, and that is a fact. Even though the automotive business makes almost all of the revenue at the moment, this is very, very likely to change over the next 5 to 10 years' time, in my opinion. When investing in Tesla or when viewing Tesla, it's all about your time frame. If you look about it, or if you view Tesla in the next 6 months, well, then the investment is probably most definitely not for you. Because first of all, it's extremely volatile, and this is a long-term vision that doesn't happen in just a few years. It's a multi-decade investment, also in my opinion. Then number 9, demand is greater than supply, and this is one of the biggest reasons why I first invested in Tesla. The demand has always been greater than the supply, and that is a great problem to have. I love businesses where demand exceeds supply. That is a sign of strong brand and a needed product. The supply of Teslas is catching up. With all their new gigafactories coming online, supply will catch up, and that means higher revenues. Number 10, data collected, and Tesla's also the play on AI. Back to the FSD, but also the Tesla bots that could happen, and so many other facts about Tesla. It's a play on AI and data. Tesla is also AI. If you think about the big picture, they have some of the smartest AI engineers, most data collected on roads, and a roadmap that allows for innovation in AI. Number 11, they've got an extremely strong community behind Tesla, both customers and investors. There's a massive retail investor community behind Tesla. Every video that a YouTuber makes about Tesla is advertising for the actual business and more people learning about Tesla cars, as well as attracting more investors. And remember who the manager is, or the CEO. It's Elon Musk, He has one of the biggest communities we've ever seen. Number 12, growth is not slowing down. Tesla is not slowing down. In fact, growth is exponentially scaling. If you just look at pictures from all these different graphs of Tesla's revenues, it is crazy. In Q1, they reported that revenues grew 87% in Q1 year over year. That is crazy for a company Tesla's size. And that revenue is not going to slow down. Then, number 13, they've got the best margins in the vehicle industry. In Q1, Tesla reached automotive margins of 32.9%. Name me another auto business that can achieve that. And even just as a big picture, that has so many, in the big picture, it's got so many other costs it needs to cover in production. To achieve those margins are crazy. Number 14, what if? Obviously, Tesla and Elon Musk sells all these big ideas and some of them might never happen. But what if even just half of all those crazy ideas happen? What Tesla could become? And the last reason is competition. According to clickbait articles across the internet, Tesla has had close competitors in the EV space since 2019, and I'm still waiting to see the effect of that competition. Obviously, competition like Volkswagen and all these other companies are scaling up their production as well, as everybody realized they need to get into the EV space. But Tesla is first to the market, it's got the strongest brand in the EV space, and it's also scaling the production at such an incredible speed. But it's not all just perfect for Tesla. They also have risks, and you need to know risks when investing in a company. As with all companies, there are risks. So that is why diversification is also key and important to note these. So there's 4 main risks that I've identified. The first one is valuation. In traditional sense, Tesla is overvalued. I'm not buying more at these levels, but I'm also not selling any more shares. This is now a 10-year hurdle investment for me, holding on to dear life investment. I'm not selling another Tesla share in the next 10 years unless something dramatically changes. Just with regards to valuation, if you think about Tesla, the past 3 years, it's always been seen as overvalued, but then the expectations is always lower than the actual results of their quarterly earnings. They always seem to surprise, and that's why the share price is still climbing and it keeps on being overvalued, but it just keeps on surprising. The second challenge is supply chain. All companies that deal with products are facing supply chain issues at the moment, more than ever in my opinion. For example, semiconductors and rare earth metals, which is key for a company like Tesla. But Tesla manages this well, but it still remains a massive challenge, and I can't wait for these supply chain issues to just be solved. And one of the other companies in my portfolio actually solves, to an extent through software, supply chain issues. But I'll share that on the FinMeUp app. The third risk is inflation. Tesla stated that they are seeing inflation in various aspects of the Tesla business. And that is also why they increased the prices of a Tesla vehicle recently. And yet there is still massive demand. The fourth and final risk is that China, or not a risk, but more just we'll see the effects thereof, China factory shutdown. So due to the Shanghai factory shutdown recently, Tesla lost about a month's production in China, which will be seen in the Q2 earnings, but they are still optimistic for this year's deliveries and reaching the targets. So in conclusion, here's what I'm doing with Tesla. Tesla has been one of my diamonds the past 3 years. As I've mentioned earlier, it's been more than a 10x. I have sold some shares recently at around $1,100 to fund some of my other investments and other stock market investments, as well as not just stock market, but crypto and a few others. But my remaining shares I'll be holding for the next 10 years. Tesla carries risk, sure, definitely, but also a lot of excitement and a lot of potential. It is a business that is adding immense value to society, and it has an amazing vision. So over the next few days and weeks, I'll be sharing all my JSE, US and crypto investments on the FinMeUp app. Stay tuned, the link is in the description. And just a final disclaimer, this is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence. Everything stated is objective and opinionated. As in full disclosure, I have a Tesla position, so I tend to be more optimistic about Tesla. But it has risks, but it also has opportunities. Let us know what you think about Tesla in the comments. We'd love to know. And also let us know what your experience has been so far on the FinMeUp app. Have a great day. My name is Higgo van Biljon. Cheers.